Hello students, in this video we are going to study the rhyming scheme of the tale of Custard the Dragon, its poetic devices and summary of the poem. Let us see which rhyme has been used by Ogden Nash here. Let us see. Belinda lived in a little white house. House and mouse both are rhyming, so they became A. And a little yellow dog and a little red wagon and really or truly a little pet dragon. Here wagon and dragon both are rhyming together, that is why they became BB. In this way, in all stanzas, same rhyming scheme has been used by the poet. Ink, as see, ink, blink, also AA. Mustard, custard, same rhyming, BB. Teeth, underneath, both became same. These also became AA. Next one, nose, toes, BB. Beers, stairs, AA. Raise, case, BB. Next stanza, unmerciful, perceivable, both became AA. Wagon, dragon, same rhyming, BB. Next stanza, house, mouse, both are rhyming together, that's why they also became AA. Age, case, BB. Sound, around, AA. Belinda, window, BB. Right, bright, AA. Wood, good, BB. Help, AA. Household, mousehold, BB. Next one, engine, dungeon, AA. Squirm, worm, BB. Dragon, flagon, AA. Hate, bait, BB. Him, victim, AA. Gyrate, pirate, BB. Mustard, flustered, AA. Blink, think, BB. Agree, me, yes, same, CC. House, mouse, AA. Wagon, dragon, BB. Beers, stairs, AA. Raise, case, BB. In this way, we saw the rhyming scheme of the poem. Now let us see which poetic devices have been used in this poem. Let us see. First stanza. Poetic devices. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse. Little word has been repeated here, so there is very nice use of repetition. And both words are started by the same word. Both lines have been started by and that is why there is anaphora. Next, here also repetition, little, repetition. Next, realio, trulio, spelling is changed here, so that is why really, truly, at the place of really and truly, yes, the poet has used realio, trulio. He has changed the spelling, that is why very good use of poetic license. Poetic license. Next stanza. Now the name of the little black kitten was Ink. Now and name, both words have been started by N letter, so that is why alliteration. Very good use of alliteration. And the little grey mouse, she called him Blink. And the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard. Here simile. As simile. Dog has been compared to mustard. So that is why, yes, simile has been used. But the dragon was a coward, and she called him custard. And words are repeated here in the starting. That is why anaphora here also. Anaphora. Next poetic device. Here one another poetic device that has been used here. Dragon and pet. Pet dragon is an imaginary creature, very dangerous, that cannot be pet. So there is very good use of oxymoron also. Next one now. Let us see here anaphora. And next, but the dragon was a coward, and she called him custard. Here C letter have been used nearby. That is why here also alliteration. Next poetic device. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on top of him and scales underneath. Yes, spikes and scales. Here also alliteration. Mouth like a fireplace. Simile. Dragon's mouth has been compared to a fireplace with the help of like word. That is why there is good use of simile. Simile. Chimney for nose, and nose has been compared to a chimney. Direct comparison without like, so, as, then. That is why there is metaphor. And Realio Trulio, daggers on his toes. And here Realio Trulio. Again letters have been changed. That is why there is also poetic license. Poetic license. Daggers on his toes, and toes have been shown as daggers, so hyperbole also. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of beers. Here also very good use of simile in this line. Simile, because Belinda has been compared to a barrel full of beers with as. So I like them, that is why simile. And ink and blink chased lions down the stairs. Here also hyperbole. Because ink and blink have been exaggerated. They are shown here as a lion. So that is why there is hyperbole. In hyperbole, statements are made emphatic by overstatements. So that is why there is hyperbole. Ink and blink को शेर की तरह से ताकतवर दिखाया गया. That's why there is hyperbole. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage. Here also Mustard, the dog, has been compared to a tiger. So that is why simile. Here also simile. Simile. But Custard cried for a nice safe cage. C letter. C letters are used here nearby. That is why both words are started by C letter. That is why there is alliteration. Here alliteration. Next one. Next stranger. Let us see. Belinda tickled him. She tickled him. Tickled. Word repeated here. So that is why there is alliteration and repetition. Repetition. Ink, blink, and mustard, they rudely called him Percival. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon. at the really truly cowardly dragon. Now here also poetic license. Poetic license. Now next stanza. Belinda giggled till she shook the house. Yes, letter. Now yes, both letters, both words are started by yes letter, so that is why there is also alliteration. Alliteration. And Blink said weak, which is giggling for a mouse. Weak, it is a sound word. Sound word has been shown, so that is why there is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age, when Custard cried for a nice safe case. Here also C letter. In both words C letter is started, that is why here also alliteration. Alliteration. Suddenly repeated here, so there why, that is why repetition. Repetition. They heard a nasty sound and Mustard growled. Here also sound of a dog, that is why onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Meow also sound word, here also onomatopoeia. In onomatopoeia, sound suggests the meaning or sense. So that is why here also meow, a sound of cat, has been shown here, and ooh, cried Belinda. This is also a sound word, that is why here also onomatopoeia. For there was a pirate climbing in the window. Here window, at the place of window, the poet has written window to set the rhyming of both Belinda and window. That is why here also poetic license. Poetic license. Next stanza. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right. Left and right, both words are opposite words, so that is why oxymoron. Oxymoron. And he held, here also alliteration. Alliteration. In his teeth a cutlass bright, his beard was black. Here also B letter is started here in both words, that is why here also alliteration. Alliteration. One leg was wood, W word, here also alliteration. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. Now next stanza. Belinda paled and she cried, help, help. Here apostrophe. As apostrophe mark has been used, so we can say that there is apostrophe also. But Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and little mouse Blink strategically mousehold. Now next stanza. Here also B letter is started, Belinda and but. So here also we can say that there is alliteration. Next one. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine. Here Custard has been shown as an engine, so that is why with the help of like, so that is why simile. Clashed his tail like irons in a dungeon. Here also simile, with a clatter and a clank. Alliteration here. Alliteration. And a jangling squirm, sound word, so onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. A went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. Here, custard has been shown like a robin bird, very fast. So that is why there is also simile. Next stanza. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog. G letter is repeated here, started in both words. So that is why nearby, that is why here also alliteration. Alliteration from his pocket flagon. F here also, that is why alliteration. A fired 2 bullets, but they did not hit. And custard gobbled him every bit. Here also exaggeration. So that is why, yes, there is also hyperbole. Now, next stanza. Belinda embraced him, mustard licked him. No one mourned for his pirate victim. Ink and blink in glee did gyrate around the dragon that ate the pirate. Now next one. Next stanza. But presently up spoke like dog mustard. I would have been twice as brave if I had not been flustered. At the place of I had not. The poet has used hadn't, so that is why there is also poetic license. Poetic license, and here as brave, so simile also. And up spoke ink, and up spoke blink. Up spoke, repetition. Both words are repeated here, so there is also repetition. We would have been 3 times as brave as we think. Here also simile. And custard said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. At the place of we would, the poet has used weed. So that's why there is also poetic license. Next one. Belinda still lives in her little white house. Here also little, and here also little word repeated. These words are repeated here also little. That is why here also repetition in these lines. Repetition. And her little yellow dog, and her little red wagon, and really, truly again here. So that is why there is also poetic license. Next stanza, last stanza. Belinda is as brave as a barrel full of beers. B letter, yes, started here. That's why alliteration. Alliteration plus Belinda is compared to a as brave as a barrel. So that is why simile also. And ink and blink chase lions down the stairs. Here also exaggeration. That's why we can say that here also hyperbole. Mustard is as brave as a tiger. Here also simile. But custard keeps K sound. Here also alliteration. Keeps crying. Here K sound is repeated here. So that's why here also alliteration. So in this way we saw its poetic devices. Now students, let us know the summary of the poem. Summary, what is this summary of the poem? Let us see. Let us summarize the poem. Summary. What is the summary of the poem? Let us see. Summary. The present poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon is a very beautiful ballad. In this poem, the great American poet Ogden Nash has shown that Custard, an ugly creature that used to cry for a nice safe cage, was very bold and brave. Even then, he never boasted of his bravery. Belinda, Ink, Blink, and Mustard all made castles in the air. They boasted of their bravery, but the dragon was always silent, cool, and calm. In the end, when the pirate entered into the house, he snorted like an engine and swallowed him and became the main hero. In the beginning, he was zero, but at last he became the greatest hero. So, in this way, the poet has shown a moral lesson here. He has given a moral lesson in this poem that everyone has his own quality. Every human being or every animal being has his or its own quality. So that is why nobody should judge anyone by his or her appearance. Thus, we must understand that no book can be judged by its cover. So this is the moral of the poem, and this is the insert, this is the summary of this nice poem. Thank you, students. In this way, we have studied everything, we have covered. Now thank you for this one.